One of the most controversial topics in trading is, should you use a big stop loss or should you use a small stop loss? And this topic has always been there ever since I started my journey. So you might be asking the question or wondering, should I use a big stop loss or a small stop loss? And the answer is, it depends. It depends on your strategy. It depends on where you are in your journey. It depends on how much confidence you have in your system or your strategy. All that goes into whether you decide to use a big stop loss or a small stop loss. And I'm going to tell you some of the ways how you can determine it. If you're confident in your strategy and you know that, hey, around my entry area, I might want to get that clean entry where I don't have a problem if I take, say, a one or two losses in and around this area. But I know that if I get one entry, I can be going for a higher risk to reward. So if you choose that, then you might choose a smaller stop loss. And what is if you are risking a smaller amount and you're growing an account from smaller amounts? You may want to use a tighter stop loss and know that you want a higher risk to reward. So you are in and out the market very quickly, because the better you can get your stop loss is the more potential you would have for a bigger risk to reward. So that is one of the things that goes into it. But you would have to be studying your system and know that in and around my entries, sometimes when I use this stop loss, I might get stopped out. But I don't have a problem going back in the market. However, now, if you are just starting out, that may not be the best thing for a beginner trader. Because when you're just starting out, you don't have much confidence in your strategy. You don't know what works. You are scared of losing. So all that hesitation and all that now would make sense now for you to use a tight stop loss, because if you just take that loss, you're not going to want to go back in the market. And sometimes it can just give you a little week out, which your analysis would have been correct, but it just barely stopped you out, and you would have been scared to re-enter. So you see now how the experience and the confidence in your strategy and your system now would determine if you choose that small stop loss or that big stop loss. So all those go into you determining that, and that is only dependent on you. So while you always have some universal things like risk management and risk to reward, discipline, patience, all those things are more universal. But then you have some things that are more dependent on the trader and also where they are in the journey. So I would say you can use a small stop loss, you can use a big stop loss. It's no wrong and right way. You just want to choose the way that is best for you, that is going to make you profitable over long term. But I just gave you some of the reasons why you would want to choose using a big stop loss or a small stop loss, because the bigger one gives you more room, but it can also let you have a less risk to reward. So that is dependent on your strategy and how your strategy plays out. I prefer to use a smaller stop loss. I don't mind taking losses around my entry area, because I know that the one win that if I get it from that area can just clean it out easy by my risk to reward. So I use this small stop loss, but at first I used to use a bigger one and give it the room to play out. So if you don't feel like you are comfortable and more aggressive to go back in, give it a bigger stop loss. But if you are more comfortable and say that I trust my strategy, I trust in and around my entry areas, my entry criteria, and I see them, I'm not going to hesitate, I'm going to take it, then you now can use a smaller stop loss. So again, the answer is determined by you. You have to choose if you want to use a big stop loss or a small stop loss. But what is needed or universal by every trader is having the right and proper mindset to take that trade with the big or small stop loss. And you have to have the right mindset to do that. And I have some tools to help you with that in my ebook that I created called the Ultimate Trading Psychology Guide. So click the link in the pinned comments or in the description and reach out to me in the Telegram group to get the link to purchase that book. Because whether you're taking it with the big stop loss or the small stop loss, you're gonna need the right mindset to do that. So grab a copy of my ebook with real strategies, not just some meaning and some things that are non-applicable. Real things to help you master your trading and master your psychology to get the results that you need, because you have to have the proper mindset regardless to take the trades. So reach out to me. Remember, click the link in the pinned comments or in the description. And also, if you want me to hold your hand and help you in your trading journey, also click the link in the pinned comments or in the description and reach out to me, and I can help you one-on-one so you can get the secret sauce. Because remember, if you want to get the secret sauce, you have to link the code Mansion Boss. That's the only way that you can get it. So if you're one of those persons, I'm looking forward to see you on the winning team called Mansion, because really, is there another option?